My name is Steve Beckett. I'm the head coach of the Mercer County Marshals mountain bike team. We're part of the We Race in NICA, the Tennessee League division.
I am Carson Beckett. I am a junior at Marshall County High School and I'm 17 years old.
My name is Jessica Tilson and I'm 16 and I race varsity.
Hi, I'm Jackson Beal. I'm a freshman and I'm 14.
I'm Nicholas Blanchard and I'm a junior.
It's actually sort of in cooperation with a few others, including my dad and a couple other students that had the idea. Well, my father even had the idea years before me. This is one of his buddies to have a team at the high school. So the ground was kind of laid before me even, and with me and getting some of my buddies into the sport really sort of boosted the team and it just came together.
My neighbor is the national champion and his dad was the coordinator for the team. So his dad and my dad talked about it a lot and I was interested because I wanted to get in better shape and it seemed like a fun thing to do.
Well, my brother rode with Carson and I just kind of got into it, I guess, by family-wise.
2 years ago, Ramsey brought it up in class, and it sounded really cool at the time. I had a Walmart bike. I was like, I can do this. First day in, I was gonna die. I mean, it was really fun, but that's what really got me into it, is just how awesome it really was, and how understated I really thought it was.
My involvement with mountain biking over the years, with the local team, Wooden Wave, and then with Carson, my son, is what initially gave me the the drive to try to get the sport, which was not very well known from a school standpoint, especially a high school standpoint, brought into the school as well as into the county, and just trying to share the fun and adventure that we've had with the sport through the years, maybe on a high school or community level.
I didn't know how you were gonna make a team out of a bunch of mountain bikers. It seems kind of like it's a pretty individualized sport.
First thing was I had already done some investigative background on NICA, the governing sanctioned league, National Interscholastic Cycling Association, out of California, and I'd read up some past history of how they were formed, what states they were involved in. So I also looked into their organization, and I saw that they were very organized. They had a lot of documentation from other leagues and teams that had started up, a ton of information out there, and armed with that, I had to form a proposal and take it to the school and submit it, which outlined the organization of the team, the insurance that was covered by NICA, what was required of the school, and then what we anticipated that the kids would do to form the club and actually be not just a riding club but a racing club. I just had a suspicion that being around the sport, it's a hard sport, but it's a very fun sport. It's also a very individualistic sport, and it also brings opportunities to kids that aren't in the traditional high school sports, that have played it since middle school, grade school, and the soccer, the football, the baseball, the basketball. I think it's a huge bonding thing that brings a team together.
I formed friendships right off the bat. Some obviously already had from kids I knew and were friends with, and then there was some of those newer kids that I was even surprised. I was like, I'm not sure how they're going to do on a bike, but they did really well, and I'm just excited because when we travel to the races, it's so fun being in a hotel with all your buddies, and it's a great thing.
We had a really good connection with everybody, good flow, pretty easy going group of kids, and it's a fun group.
I liked it. We're starting to mesh more. It's starting to be more of a team atmosphere.
I just thought it was going to be a whole bunch of people riding bikes, but it turned into getting new friends, a completely different sport that I've never even thought was really huge, as big as it is.
Oddly enough, being the initial year, nobody knew the competition level of the other teams. I don't think any of the Tennessee players or teams knew. They maybe knew about Carson, but certainly not the other 15 or 16 or 17 members. So it was, a lot of jitters up into the first race, making sure that not only that the kids are prepared, but they can survive the first race safely with no crashes and just finish. That was one of the main goals, is to finish.
The first race went a lot better than I expected it to be. The course was not as difficult as I thought it was going to be, and I had a pretty good outcome.
Nothing, because I've raced before, it was nothing new. It was just what I expected pretty much.
Bit of both. It was more like butterflies in the stomach whenever you get there, and then all of a sudden, once you get on the trail, it's just pure fun. You don't really have to worry about anything except what you're doing at that time.
The first race with the team, I was nervous because I had never done a high school race either. This was our first year as a team. So coming into it, I didn't really know exactly what to expect, but the first race was a big success, and it really boosted the kids' confidence, and they definitely gave them more motivation towards the sport, and they loved it.
Well, beyond my expectations, and they just continued to build on it throughout the year, and the end of the year resulting in many first podiums in the individual state championship as well as the overall team championship far exceeded our expectations. I think one main thing was that they were the ones that came back. We had a majority of our kids come back, probably lost 5, and then but picked up another 7 to 9, up through the season, and I think they came back excited. All of the ones that came back had years of experience under their belt. They knew what to expect. They were in better shape.
I would say I've learned this year definitely how to be, I guess, sort of a mentor to all of the younger kids and the newer kids and the ones that just sort of haven't had enough experience. Because I've been racing for around a decade or more, and so I love being there for them.
At the end of last season, I got a road bike, and I was roading a lot during the winter, and coming into this season, I was in a lot better shape than I was last season to start out, and it made getting back onto it a lot easier than starting fresh.
Last season I couldn't race as a middle schooler, and with that now.
I see it just, building on and its success and the foundation. We're trying to set a good foundation, both in teaching the kids skills as well as, club riding. Enjoy the ride first and foremost. Have fun with it. Work on your skills and your race techniques. That's the end result. Also, build the machine that drives the team, which is the parents, the support groups, the fundraising. All that takes time to develop, and the better you get it established, the better it works.
Cycling is definitely a lifelong sport, and keeps you in great shape as long as you do it, and it's a good mental exercise as well.
This is definitely something I would love to keep doing. Whether it's a local race or something with the high school or something that's national level or something that's across the seas, I would, I have a passion for the sport and everything it entails, and the memories I've had with it, and the friendships and the bonding I've been able to do, and I love it, and I hope all goes well, and yes, I would love to keep this as a tradition in my life.
Everybody gets better, the other teams get better through the season, but we're going to get better too, and they're going to have a hard time chasing us down.
It's a different sport, it's different. I don't think anyone can understand what entails the training for races until they actually experience them.
It's consumed my life, and I love it.